everyone out there watching us on Facebook Live. Welcome back to Hong Kong once again. I'm Charlotte Yang, a summer intern with the New York Times. It's Monday morning here, sunny and bright, and I am at a Kung Fu school in Hong Kong's Yau Ma Tei district. Let me tell you a bit about this area first. Well, this area is now quite touristy and is most known for fortune telling at night and roadside dining. But decades ago, it used to be where most Kung Fu schools in Hong Kong are located at. It's also where our Kung Fu hero, Bruce Lee, learned his punches and kicks. But why am I here today? Because recently I wrote a story on how Kung Fu is declining in Hong Kong because young people like to play Pokemon Go and catch Pikachus instead of learning Kung Fu. So then my editor said, well, Charlotte, you are a millennial. Did you learn Kung Fu? Well, I'm a bit ashamed. So my editor said, then you should go take our audiences with you to check out one of those schools that are still in Hong Kong trying to keep Kung Fu alive. So here I am today with all of you, but get ready because we are going to learn some Kung Fu. And don't forget to leave any questions you have in the comment area. We might not be able to answer all of them, but we will try our best to pick some. Are you ready? Let's go. Hi, Mr. Wayne.
Hello.
Hi. Please say hi to our audiences.
我姓温，叫温鑑良，係啦，從事練槍都實用練槍都50年啦，係啦，呢個我同睇。
Hello, I'm Henry. I'm helping one Sifu to teach Chun Kung Fu in Hong Kong.
Hello everybody, my name is Puyi and I'm helping Master Wan to translate today.
So this is Master Wan Kam Leung, and we are at his Kung Fu school. It's called Wan Kam Leung Practical Wing Chun. Can you believe that Master Wang is already 71 years old? And he has been teaching Kung Fu for more than 50 years. You'll be able to see very soon how strong his moves are. But I'm not going to tell, because keep watching us, and we'll also be able to learn some moves as well. And also a bit on what is Wing Chun. So Chinese martial arts dated back to ancient China, as many of you might know, and over the centuries we have developed various styles, and Wing Chun is one of them. And Wing Chun is also the one that Bruce Lee learned. So, guys, do you want to be a young Bruce Lee? Well, I'm kidding. Let's go. Master Wayne, do you want to show us some of the moves?
我哋今日示範呢套咧就係練習緊嘅就係佢第二套拳，實用練槍裏面第二套拳就係尋橋啦。
So what Sifu will do now is that he will show you the Chum Kiu form. Wing Chun is based on hand forms, on 3 hand forms. The first one is the little idea form. The second form, which Henry is doing now, is called the sinking bridge form.
Oh, the sinking bridge.
Yes. So in Chinese martial arts, bridge refers to bridge arms.
Okay.
In Chinese it's called Qiu Sao. It actually just refers to your hand techniques. So that's called the sinking bridge forms. And then we have the third form, it's called the thrusting fingers form, building form. And then besides the 3 hand forms, we have a wooden dummy form, and then a long pole form and a knife form.
So, am I getting this right, that Wing Chun actually has different techniques and weapons?
Yes, Wing Chun is based on self-defense on the street.
Oh,
so
okay.
the first thing Wing Chun is known for is to be focused on center line. What is center line? Center line is very simply, it's just about occupying the middle, because the fastest way to reach your opponent is to go on a straight line forward rather than go circular around your opponent. So the 3 hand forms is all based on occupying center line, but they are also unique in different ways. So you can see he moves a lot in the second form because that is also about keeping a distance. That means that's why you can see kicks and locks.
Oh, I see. And for those of you who are just joining us, we're at a Kung Fu school in Hong Kong, and we're about to learn some Kung Fu ourselves. I'm Charlotte Yang, a summer intern with the New York Times. Let me know if you have any questions. Wow, and what is this form right now? Hi everyone, I'm Charlotte, a summer intern with the New York Times in Hong Kong. We're still at the Kung Fu school. So sorry about the unexpected technical problem. But we are back here again, so please keep watching us and still let us know your questions. So now please, can you tell us the moves Master Wang is doing?
Yes. So he's still on doing the Chum Kiu form. The Chum Kiu means sinking bridge form. So bridge in Chinese refers to bridge arm, which actually means hands.
Okay.
Yes.
And that is really cool, but how does it do? Can you tell us more on this?
on Chum Kyu form. The Chum Kyu form, you can see the Chum Kyu form is using a lot of kicking techniques, a lot of locking techniques, and also controlling if or looking for multiple opponents. That's why you can see he will move from one side to the other side.
Oh, okay. And how long does one need to learn this? How long will it take for one to learn and master this?
Well, in order to learn one hand form, you have to expect more than a year,
Wow,
at least a year.
Wow.
But you won't master it after a year. But to have a good understanding of it, Kung Fu requires a lot of hard work in order to achieve something in martial arts.
That's really cool.
So, 師傅示範下啲手。
Let me know if you guys have any questions. We'll try our best to answer them. So sorry about the technical problem, but we are back here now. We'll keep doing Kung Fu.
佢全打出嚟，就有扶手嗰啲，所以裏邊出隻都可以立嘅，出隻都可以立嘅。最扶手啦，全打上我哋扶中間嘅，出隻咪好咯，出隻
Now you can see Sifu demonstrated some locking movements in Chum Kyu, and how you actually apply the techniques to control him and to how to lock his arms.
Oh, okay, that's really cool.
打出嚟，呢個扶中間咧，仲慢出呢隻咧，打住最槍，
Do you guys want to see Sifu practicing with the other instructor, Henry? Wow, that's really cool. Can you introduce me on this?
This technique also belongs to Chum Kyu. Chum Kyu includes locking and kicking. So
出呢隻就攞啦，就呢手唔爭啦。好啦，我沿用咗扶手出嚟，掹呢隻啦，扶咗出嚟之後咧，出呢隻打啱咗嘅。所以呢個時間咧，我哋橫手啦。
So what is this one different from the previous one?
So this form is still the same. It's just how you apply the techniques from the singing bridge form.
Oh, okay, I see. Wow. Really cool. Do you guys have any questions? Wow. So for those of you who are just tuning in, we're at a Kung Fu school in Hong Kong, ready to learn some Wing Chun. My name is Charlotte Yang, a summer intern with the New York Times. We just encountered some technical problem, but we are back now. And let me know where you are watching us. And this school is called Wan Kam Leung Practical Wing Chun School. It is located at Yo Ma Tei district in Hong Kong. This area is known for fortune telling now, but it used to be the center of Chinese martial arts in Hong Kong. And the master in the red shirt he's already 71 years old now, and he has been practicing Wing Chun for more than 50 years. Master Wang, I saw some really cool dummy over there. Do you want to show us? I think they have been shown in one of the, us in one of the Bruce Lee movies, right?
呢個木人樁咧，就係俾你3套拳裏邊咧，係不分次序咁用出嚟嘅。
So the wooden dummy form is actually applied technique from previous three hand forms.
我哋玩套路嘅時間啦，
So
小五頭尋橋必須緊用一隻手去用嘅，用練嘅。
yeah, it's a mix of the techniques from the first three hand forms applied into the wooden dummy.
樁就俾你咧係兩隻手同一時間做3個拳唔同嘅動作嘅。
So what you do on the wooden dummy form is trying to apply all the techniques from your previous forms into the wooden dummy.
就喺個樁裏邊咧變化啦，將3個拳變嚟變去啦。
Changing between the three hand forms or mixing up the three hand forms.
嗱，而家我示範。
Yeah, sure.
Sifu will demonstrate.
所以我哋樁裏邊咧就講求個距離啦、馬步啦、走出交個馬步啦，呢個先關。所以第一下樁裏邊咧已經3個拳喺度㗎啦。
So the first section of the wooden dummy form already includes all three hand forms.
交手，去滾手，點鬆。
And hand forms is really important for Wing Chun.
Yes.
雙手打住，打上落，好大。呢個手呢個動作裏邊咧，已經係有3套拳喺度嘅內容，佢係喺度嘅。
that section already include a lot of hand
做咗左手
techniques.
睇住啦，企埋啲嚟
And hand
睇住
techniques is really
好
important
啦
for Wing
嗱
Chun.
吹嘅
Yes, Wing Chun
你
is
吹
based
下
on
話
hand
呢度
techniques,
喺呢
kicking
時候講
techniques.
啦，最將啦，交就就一隻攞打。
For those of you who are just
好
tuning
長咩
in,
咧？
we are actually learning Wing Chun, and Wing Chun is one style of Chinese
呢
martial
個時候呢
arts.
個圈手咧，
And this is
圈手
wooden
好似就
dummy.
因為呢長打出嚟，我圈起就鬆兩隻，吹隻打啦，就因為上咗圈手啦。
Yes. So what Sifu is doing now, he's just showing a move from the wooden dummy, how you apply that in reality.
所以我哋黐緊手裏邊咧，1、2、3，
now what
喺
they
呢個
do
時
is
候我哋
called
手頭吹呢隻打埋，
Wing Chun is
呢
known
個
for
講嘅。
Qi which actually means sticky hand.
好啦，
Okay. Why is it called sticky hand?
Sticky hand because both hands are in contact, and from that is a platform where you train your reaction, your sensitivity training, and your different techniques. But both are trying to attack each other at the same time.
Okay, I see.
詠春連埋
So I see Chris asking about the footwork for kicking. Can you tell us a bit on the footwork for kicking, please?
師傅咁有個人問嗰啲腳法，佢想睇一睇個腳法。頭先見到你踢腳。
腳法我哋咧三個拳裏邊咧，第一腳拿手就有呢個腳嘅向後踢，就係邊隻腳咧就喺個裝裏邊拿咗手啦，就呢個時間咧，嘣喺呢度車上。
This is the kicking technique from the previous fall, the sinking bridge fall.
Okay, so can you do all the footworks with the dummy? Do you practice this?
Yes, yes, yes.
This
You
is
can
a
train
kick
everything
up.
on the
Train it up.
dummy.
Wow.
So Sifu will show you how to use that kick.
你衝埋打嗰場，嘣！我咁樣呢個就喺後邊踢啦。
So this kick can kick behind his head.
Okay, so but why do you kick behind his head?
話點解喺後邊踢咧？師
因為
傅
我距離太近啦。
？Yeah, because closer distance.
我一場衝埋打落，呢個時間冇得走啦。我為咗做嘢將個頭撳得佢打下邊啦。
So you
Okay.
just
好
use
啦
that.，
如果佢唔係走埋嘅啦，一走埋衝一拳打埋，我攞起咗就唔需要，就喺踢
If
踢
you're
兩隻。
further distance, you can kick front. But if you're closer to your opponent, you have
係
to
啦，仲
kick
有一
behind
腳，
his head.
你上
So
馬。
guys, remember. Now let me repeat a bit. Guys, remember if it's closer, kick the back. If it's further, kick the front.
Yes, or like he just did, sweeping him.
所以有一下裝係咁樣用嘅。
So you can see on the
有
wooden
啲手
dummy.
係啦。
I see Keith asking why is there no Kung Fu being taught in Hong Kong? Well, go check out my story. It will come up soon. Tomorrow, I think.
就即係呢下啦，撳咗先有，之後啦，
Wow.
係啦。
Do you guys want to try the wooden dummy? This seems so
係
cool.
啦，就撳咗裝手之後咧，係撳落去，係撳落去嘅。
Is this wooden dummy used exclusively by Wing Chun?
師傅問到木人樁係咪淨係詠春用㗎？
唔係，有好多功夫都會有嘅，但係用法唔同。
There are many people, other styles that use the wooden dummy, but just differently than Wing Chun.
詠春嘅烏燈燈咧，佢個裝咧就係跟三道拳裏邊每個唔同次序嘅手用出嚟嘅。
The main idea in Wing Chun is that to put your hand techniques from your hand forms into the wooden dummy form.
I see, and I see Judah's asking that can you actually study and learning this when you are in your 70s?
有一個人問可唔可以70幾歲先開始學
哦，功夫冇分年齡嘅，
？Yes.
There's no age difference in Kung Fu, so
其
you
實你
can
主
learn.
要你要求自己做到乜就先啦。
Oh,
只要你
basically.
健康，仲係喐得四肢嘅咁就得㗎啦。
And I see Kevin asked, your hands hurt when you first began to train with that equipment. Let me do it. As a millennial, I've never actually learned Kung Fu, although I write a story on it. So, Masterman, can you teach me how to do it?
哦，你可唔可以
Wish
教
me
一
good luck.
下，因為有人問痛唔痛啊？第一次打
唔痛㗎，嗱我哋打樁咧，所以木人樁嘅技巧喺邊度咧？就唔係叫劈落去嘅。
It's not using brute force when
如
you
果假
try
設
to
你劈
hit
落
the
去嘅
dummy.
話咧，錯咗啦。
That would be
錯
wrong
喺
to
邊度
do it
咧？
that
就係
way
走橫去啦。
because you will easily go sideways rather than sending your energy
打個樁
forward.
裏邊咧，即係話佢係木嚟嘅，佢唔會擺
Because it's
嘅。
made of wood and it doesn't really move.
所以你點樣俾力趴落去咧，佢都唔會去嘅。
Yeah. So no matter how much force you add
因為你
into the
打埋
dummy, it
係
doesn't
唔
move
啱嘅。
away. So that's why the whole purpose is not to try to hit the dummy arm
喺詠
sideways.
春裏邊呢個叫
Wing
奸
Chun,
手，
this movement he just did is called
喺
gan
套路裏
sao.
邊咧就係 你記住
Yeah, it's called 奸
係小
手。
五頭裏邊嘅奸嘅啫。
Yeah, 奸手
出去
from the
牽手打仗
first
嘅啫。
hand form.
Guys, learn with me.
係啦，而家要喺個裝度咧，
So
就要
if
兩
you
樣
want to
同一
apply
時間
it
做
on
啦
the。wooden dummy, you need to use
啊
two hands at the same
記住
time.
千祈唔好打橫去。
Don't hit it sideways.
Yeah.
Look,
記住啦
why shouldn't you do
你
that?
隨打我 punch，好啦，係啦，
Punch where?
係啦，就咁揸住得㗎。
Hold two fists.
如果打落去嘅話咧，
If I,
喂打橫咧，你隻手會走開嘅。
You can
呢隻
see
打啦
you
，punch，
will hit
你
me
打啦，
instead.
收呢隻啦，OK。
Okay.
啊，即係我哋示範啦，呢場打出嚟啦。如果我攞到呢隻啱啊，係呢隻打出嚟嘅話咧，我攞咗呢隻，
You can see if
佢
you
打
go
呢拳頭，因為我
sideways,
打橫佢啊嘛。
then you will get
punch，
hit
打橫錯啦
because，Wing
你
Chun
仲係出拳啦，就
is
俾打
hitting the
啦。
middle.
所以於是乎我哋呢個踭咧就唔係打橫去嘅，
We're not
就
hitting
向
sideways on the
打出
dummy,
啦，
and
向
we're
前
hitting
嘅，
forward.
出呢隻啱啱攞晒嘅。
Wow.
其實就係已經打緊佢啦，
Yeah,
一場打出
actually,
嚟，
in
就
reality, you would hit him.
打緊啦，啱嘛？所以打橫去啫，隻手唔會去嘅。所以你個樁一場打出嚟，佢打緊場嘅時候咧，我要輕輕放落嚟，佢已經走歪㗎啦。所以我哋要追住佢嘅，唔係打呢邊嘅，
Yes.
打呢邊
So
呢
you
邊
can
出啦
see。that's why you're not you're chasing the
同埋
center, but not trying to
同埋
move
單手咧
sideways.
你記住係冇分內外嘅，呢只喺出邊咧就叫外，睇呢隻出咁咪打啦。所以個好動作好快嘅。一出呢只啦，如果攞呢只咧就封兩隻啦，呢隻出啦，唔好打啦。
For
所以於是
example,
乎
that
咧，
hand
我哋
technique
睇兩
can
隻
be
嘅，
used on the inside of your opponent's arm and not on the
就
outside.
冇機會俾佢出嘅。
Well, I see Lauren saying that we should play Kung Fu Panda same time, and I agree totally. And even like, Panda Paul aspires to be a master. Why shouldn't we? So I'm gonna go try that wooden dummy now.
所以隻手嘅時候咧
佢想試下。
Yeah.
，OK，
Okay.
好啦，
你搞一搞。
好啦，你走嚟撞呢只。
A little bit first, and for those of you, you might not know that Wing Chun is actually a Kung Fu style that is invented by a woman. So that means people with all kind of body build can learn it. And I'm gonna try it now. Yeah.
好啦，間手你落呢只，落呢只，同一時間轉馬，轉馬轉呢邊，OK，good，呢手係啦，呢手唔使揸，
Oh,
係
okay.
啦，呢手向前，
Okay.
唔係向
So
橫，
this one front.
因為呢個係佢一個人嘅身體嚟嘅。
Okay, so we should imagine this as a human body, and I'm going to hit him now.
所以我哋唔係針對隻手，係針對個人，
Okay, so it's not about hitting his hand, but about hitting his face.
係啦，呢個就合理啦。
Okay.
當你用咗呢個時間咧，你就可以再綁一綁佢啦，拎翻出嚟啦。
Okay.
你間咗手之後咧，啱啱你再捆手啦，調翻轉嚟用啦，間咗，最呢只攞出嚟啦，放翻呢只就叫捆啦。係啦，你叫捆手啦，係啦，放鬆唔使俾你嘅，
Okay.
係啦。
Be relaxed.
係啦，呢個做咗呢個動作之後咧，你再綁多次啦，再綁多次隻手啦，綁呢只啦，係啦，呢個扶手，呢個扶手保護佢屋企嘅，係啦，呢個手放開，呢個手放開，係啦，呢個就係叫綁手扶手啦。
Okay, it's about.
嗱，呢個作用點用咧？嗱，我俾解釋你聽先啦。
Yeah.
So
嗱，好啦，我哋間咗
to
手，
show you hand three hand
Okay.
techniques.
Okay,
One is
綁手。
called the gang, one is
我
called
哋
the
間咗
one,
手，再綁手。
and the third one is called
我哋
bong
間咗
sao.
手，再綁手，綁手就因為唔俾人打嘅，
Bong sao is purely
因為佢
for
一錘打出嚟。
protecting yourself.
Protecting
打
yourself.
呢只 OK。
That's right.
我哋綁呢只唔俾佢打，係嘛？喺呢個手，記得啦喎。
So
喺呢上我就攞。
Tell me
and
if
for
you,
changing techniques.
最可以綁一
tell
綁
me if
手
you。have any questions. We've been
Good job.
answering them, and Master Wing would like to answer more of your questions. It could be anything.
最綁嗰隻手，出呢只啦，係攞啦，啱啱兩隻嘅。
So
撳埋呢隻
from the
記住
bong sao,
係啦
where he
撳埋呢隻
deflected
呢隻
his
落
punch,
唔好俾佢
you
出。
can change into
Voilà.
different
好
techniques.
啦，再打啲拳出嚟，我哋綁隻手出呢只啦。
綁手
我哋
again.
可以開啦，
Yeah.
打得㗎啦。出呢只啦，我哋唔使驚㗎，啱啱撳嘅。所以每個動作喺個裝度咧，就啱啱表露無遺啦。所以我哋點解要立
That
咧？
was also from the wooden dummy.
係啦，所以而家三好啦，就要綁啦。
And then you
喺
change
呢
it
時
to
候
a
天牌入
bong.
馬啦。
Oh,
啊，
Using the wooden
哦，
dog.
記住啦
有個裝袋。
係。
打多幾下裝先。
所以走咗落呢嘅時間咧，我哋要逼住同埋打間嘅時間咧，
So
都
you
係
have to
咁樣。
imagine
係啦，
that you
即係兩
actually
邊行嘅。
fighting another person.
係啦，
So
喺個裝裏邊你記住喎，人同裝係有分別嘅喎。
yeah, but there's a difference between the wooden
所以
dummy
而
and
家
a
我哋
real
咁多個動
person.
作，
all these movements
走去
we
先打
have
佢嘅。
to adjust to the
佢
dummy
翻嘅
because
但真係喺人裏邊咧就唔需要有
it does
走
not
嘅。
move away.
Okay.
例如
But in reality, a
佢
person
打出嚟啦，譬如話我交呢隻啦，
person, if you
出呢
did
隻
that to
佢
him,
轉得啦，因為佢
you
手會
don't
走
need
開
to
嘅。
move away like you did on the
咁啊，
dummy.
好啦，
You
佢
can
出嚟
just
咪打咯
flip it.
係啦，所以就唔
Get him
需
directly.
要去走馬
Yeah.
啦。
That's why there's some movements when you do the wooden dummy
冇錯。
that you have to adjust to the fact that it does not move.
Okay.
我哋針對唔係針對隻手，
Yeah.
係
And
針對人。
always, we're not fighting the hands, always the person.
We see a question from Annie. What
So
is the
let's
best
answer
way to
that.
defend
Wow,
someone
don't see
coming at your full body in a tackling fashion? Can you
Defend someone coming at you at full body in a tackling fashion like
第
that.
一時間
師傅有個人問如果有人咁樣落去上落攞住你，你點樣燒咧？
哦，我哋詠春有三路拳嘅，
Yeah. Wing Chun has 3 hand forms.
當我走埋攬
So when he wants to do that, yeah, you can step away and use your elbows. That belongs to the 3rd hand form.
你
Or
衝埋包你攬我，我就
You wanna
起
try?
啱喺嘅時候落啦，
Wow, guys, watch closely. This is really cool.
係啦。所以呢啲動作係你唔好一隻手撳。
make sure that you're applying 2 hands.
如果一隻手撳咧係走唔
Yeah,
切
if you use 1 hand, he might tag you.
係啦，佢撳到呢個喺個頭都得
But
嘅。
use
好啦，
2
再嚟一次啦
hands.，
你走埋撳我啦，我放喺呢度落啦，就攬落啦，
And then use your elbows.
Okay.
甚至你走埋撳我啦，我唔俾你手，我幫唔撞啦，
Yeah,
我
use
呢
your
度落啦，
knees.
哦
你記得啊，每個環節你記得，佢乜嘢都交叉手嘅。
Everything comes back to the cross hand. Wing Chun is known to have the cross hand
呢
position.
個就係詠
So
春
why
裏
is
邊一部
cross
分。
hand so important?
交手點解咁重要？
交手係詠春裏邊咧，小亂頭尋橋
All
標
the
誌
3
都有
hand
嘅。
forms starts out with the cross hand.
交叉手就俾你攞中線嘅
Yeah,，is to take over the center
係
line.
啦，你記住，
Remember,
如果佢隨打
if
我，
he punch me,
佢係中間人打我
he
嘅。
hits you along the center line.
如果大家鬥出拳、
If we both try to hit,
揸拳，佢係逼緊我嘅。
then he might, if he's stronger than you,
上
he
咗你
might
出拳，大家搏緊
take
嘅。
advantage of that. And
Right,
also,
yeah.
you'll be taking chances if you do it
一
this
齊打
way.
出嚟，我唔俾佢打，你同樣唔好俾佢出。
Yeah. But when you're facing someone trying to hit you, it's not only about not getting
所以
hit
交
by
叉
the
手啦，
first punch,
我哋啱
but
啱
make
係
sure
出
to
嘅。
control
將
the
隻手
second
攞出
hand
邊，
because he will punch
將
you
隻手攞出
twice.
邊，出呢隻。
Wow, hi Ting. Yes, this is Wing Chun. And yes, hi Ella. We are going to learn Sunim Tao actually very soon. Shall we do that now?
Yes, yes. 教我哋小亂頭好冇？
好，
Hi everyone. Get you ready. Find yourself a free space. Let it be your living room or the Times Square or the Central Park. Doesn't matter because we are going to learn Sunim Tao now. So this is a basic form, right? And Pri will help us do the explanation.
Yes.
OK，
So
Should I stand
Sifu
here?
will.
喺呢邊，喺呢邊。
Okay.
好啦，嗱睇住我小拳頭，而家其實好簡單嘅啫。
小亂頭 is very simple. When you stand,
係個強架。
make sure your feet are parallel to your hip.
直嘅。
Yeah, straight down. Make sure that your body is straight.
亦都唔係闊嘅。
Yeah, don't go
開
too
咗馬
wide.
之後咧，就做啦。
So now the first thing Charlotte needs to learn is how to open the stands.
我哋喺呢度做。
So for example, from here,
好自然啊。
just very natural.
我哋坐馬就
So the Wing Chun stands is called the sitting stands. So you have to lift up your arm and bend your knees at the same time. Make sure that you're not kneeling forward, but that your weight is just going straight downwards. The best way to check yourself is to see whether you can see your own toes when you go into your stance.
揸呢個平放鬆啦。OK，嗱好啦，好自然啊。
So
好啦。
very naturally open your toes, open your
攞
heels.
翻135度。
So now you have to make sure that you're angling your legs. Now, if you want to double check yourself, make sure that your knees are as wide as your shoulders, and then your feet are slightly wider than that. So if you look at Master One from the side, don't kneel forward. This is wrong. And don't lift up your hip, and don't hunch back, and not but straight down. This is also called the center line. Keeping the center of gravity in the middle, and then relax and up with the arms. And the first movement is the cross hand.
攞出啲，
Pushing forward your cross hand, make sure to maintain an angle of 135 degrees.
呢個時候135度，唔好放低，唔好走
Don't
開。
drop down your forearm, don't go out with
我
your
哋先
elbow.
出，
Cross forward,
轉住出，
rotating forward,
扭啦，放翻落嚟，
separate the
再落
hands.
翻。
Now go into a lower cross hand and then upper
左
cross
手
hand.
同一時間
Punch with your left
攞
arm.
出嚟
Make sure that you're trying to keep your elbow in the
出
middle.
翻，最右
And
手
punch with your right hand, open up the palm. Make sure that elbow stays in the middle. So this is what we call the center line
圈
theory.
手收埋，
Yun sao and
好
back.
啦喎，攤手出啦。
Hands out, go
我哋將
forward.
手踭我哋拉平咗嘅，我哋就唔係咁出嘅，亦都唔係咁出嘅。
Make
我哋
sure
長嘅踭
that you're dropping down your elbow, pressing your elbow to the middle with this hand technique that is called tan
呢個
sao.
時間咧，
palm up hand. You can see all the power is focused on your elbow. If you put it flat, then you might get hit. But if you angle your arm, you're actually
所以喺呢個時間咧，我哋
defending
攤
a
出嚟
bigger
啦
area.
中線嘅圈手啦。嗱，點解練出咁多圈手咧？
There's a lot of Hun sao, which means a circle of the wrist
100%玩過
in
度，
Wing Chun.
一路翻。
You have to do the form completely effortless with no adding
第
force.
二次，OK， 好啦。
And this one you repeat a few times, 3 times.
如果用翻隻手翻，
So now you go back,
打掌賽，
and then this is the first palm strike you see in Wing Chun. Now we repeat the same thing, but just on your right
冇俾
hand.
力。
Don't use any force when you try to do the form.
詠春係女士嚟嘅，
Wing Chun is created by a
所以唔係
woman,
講力
so
嘅講眼
yeah,
嘅，
it's never about brute
係講
force.
技巧
It's
嘅。
only about technical
講角度
skills,
嘅，係啦。
developing technical skills,
落
and
到
it's
啦，第二節啦，係嘛
depending on
最喺呢
angles.
度啦，
So
我哋
this
放
is the
鬆
second part of the
就唔好
form.
走開。
Yeah. Make sure you don't go elbow out.
我就落咗之後咧，就收
Bring
翻
your hand back behind
就
yourself,
手踭攞開，之後
and
放
then
開
strike backwards. It's a palm strike,
即係呢
grabbing
個
up
時間咧，我哋一撳翻低啦，
and pressing down
最
again,
攞翻中線啦，
and
開啦
back to the cross.
開
So this is called hoi, means opening up movement.
OK，我哋翻埋嚟，
Back into a
攞
cross
翻交叉
position.
手個位，放翻鬆，飆翻出嚟，
This is called the thrusting fingers techniques, poking towards the eyes of
走
your
開打
opponent,
頭，再放翻落嚟，
and then
再
hitting
翻上
down. And this is a
再
whip
落翻
punch
係啦，
and another whip punch.
成個方唔使俾力嘅。
When you do the whole form, completely relax, completely try to make it effortless.
一掌就打下邊嘅。
This one is a low horizontal
好
palm
啦，
strike.
詠春小拳頭分3節，而家玩咗第二節。
Now comes the last part, the third part of the form. Levering forward,
圈手打
and
掌，
then Hun sao and palm
圈手
strike,
收埋，
and Hun sao and back.
再挑手出，
And Hun sao
圈手
forward,
打掌，圈手
and
收
back.
埋，係啦，玩角度，唔好
All
玩。
about
好
angles,
啦，正話啲
not
手係
about
睇上面
power
嘅，
or
手睇
force.
上面嘅。而家睇翻下邊啦。
Now comes the Gan sao that he just did on the wooden dummy.
好啦，抌翻出去啦，就圈手打掌圈上面啦。
Hun and hit high,
所以呢隻手攞翻出嚟，再抌翻出去啦。
the jump, and then another high horizontal palm strike. So comes the
而家到綁手
Wan
喎，綁
sao,
手係睇
as Sifu
中
also
上面嘅，
demonstrated on the wooden dummy before.
攞翻交叉手個位，跌翻落中間，
Back to the middle, and this is a reverse palm strike.
綁咗手，
Another Wan sao and reverse palm
係
strike.
唔俾力，最後
So the last
轉
part
呢隻
now
手，
is the freeing hand movement and punching. So you can see that Wing Chun punches along the
轉
center
下
line.
喎，而家
Pivot and
轉
punch,
下就要轉手啦，
pivot and punch, pivot and punch.
再嚟一次，
One more time, pivot and punch,
2、3，收翻呢隻啦。
and then close up the form. That was the whole 小臉頭 form.
其實小五頭裏邊咧，成個平反晒。
Yeah, that's the whole form.
佢個好處乜嘢咧？
What is the advantages of the 小臉頭 form?
就因為你一錘打我，
Is that if you try to hit
係
him,
啦，打斷嚟，我哋唔俾佢打嘅。
yeah, you're making sure you're defending
一錘打出嚟，
yourself effortlessly.
最出嘅唔係攤啦，最出係伏啦，最出係護啊，攞晒嘅。
This is
就
how
係
you
用交叉
apply
手，因為你一錘打出
some
嚟，
movements from the first
要
form.
兩手都準備打我嘅。
Yeah, because he wants to hit you now.
如果我就係拍呢隻咧，
If you only try to
打緊嘅。
defend yourself with
Sorry,
defending the
Mama.
third hand, then you will
你
get
打
hit
出嚟，
with his second
快
hand.
啲啦，出兩條快啲，出，唔係啱啊，攞咗啊。
Okay.
OK，呢個手就係我哋嘅動作嚟㗎。一錘打出嚟，出，攤，伏，護，就攤
That
手，
was the
伏
first
手，
part
護手
of
啦。
the form.
OK，所以喺呢個時間裏邊咧，我哋 交叉手嘅好處就無盡啦。
advantages of the
好
cross
啦，講
hand.
翻我哋第二節啦。你傳打出嚟，我哋交手再出開嘅，再交手再開嘅。好啦，最出就分啦，我哋喺呢個手就啦，得啦。
In Wing Chun,
Yes, I'll
how
do
you
that.
change from one technique to
好
the
啦，
other
第一
technique.
隻跳啦，攞開嚟牽住手打
So
上啦。
all what he
最出
does
就
now is still based on the
跳啦
first hand
係嘛
form.
兩手協調用嘅。
Yeah. Combining two arms at the
好啦
same
傳打出嚟
time.
啦，我哋正話講
As you saw in the when he did the form, he used one arm at the time. But in real application, you always need to apply two arms at the same time. Combine both hands.
啊，做咗呢個動作，講完手之後咧，唔係咁完喎，佢出下教隻手咯。
Everything can go back to the cross hand position.
都係落嘅，啱唔啱？一傳打出嚟都係伏嘅，一傳打都係護嘅。
These are all applied techniques from the first hand form. And now Sifu is doing the T-Sao, how to apply the palm up hand. Yeah. Everything is focused on angles.
我哋挑打啦，挑一挑，追就唔係攞啊，追就撳住個圈啦，追就綁啦，就全部攞到出嚟。
Everything what he just did comes from the first hand form.
OK，係啦。
Wow, that's so cool. Let me see if anyone has questions. Let me check that now. Oh, okay. So Jennifer said that they really love your T-shirt.
哦，佢哋好中意你件 T-shirt 啊，師傅。
哦，多謝。因為我呢件衫咧就喺善寧牙嗰度買嘅。
So
bought this in San Diego.
that's good. Hi, San Diego. Anyone from San Diego there? So Sifu, would you like to show us one of your kick-ass moves?
哦，佢話可唔可以做一個手法？你覺得係最叻嘅手法？
最叻嘅。
詠春冇一下最好，冇一手最叻，亦都冇一下最蠢、最笨
Yes,
嘅。
always know this, that in Wing Chun there's not a superior technique and there's not a worse technique.
Okay.
All depends on the
俾我做
situation.
示範一次。
Sifu
嗱，
can show
你
you.
打，你衝嚟
Yeah.
打我。
He's punching. What can you do
最
here?
快嘅。
This is very fast.
Okay.
慢嘅俾你睇一次。
Slow motion.
一錘打出嚟慢嘅，我首先唔好俾你打
Yeah.
冇出。
He's defending the
我
punch,
喺度轉緊身。
but he's also trapping his backhand.
將呢隻你喺度
So when he punch, he will be on the outside
所以
of
正
his
話咧，
hand.
呢
So
啲時間咧。
what he did,
一錘打出嚟
when he's punching slow motion, he's doing this.
打緊啦，
And then
喺呢時候打㗎啦。所以因為呢個時間最快嘅。
Yeah.
好啦，如果快嘅就咁啦。
Fast, it will look like
你唔
this.
好周頭前頭後埋嚟啊！一錘衝埋打我，我一轉手砰就打啦。
Then you will hit him directly. Deflect and counter attack directly.
波死一樣。
Same in boxing.
一樣。
Yeah, people will punch you very quickly twice.
所以你一錘打出嚟嘅時候，我攞咗唔俾你打，呢手出呢隻係攞咗㗎啦。
Defending the first arm, controlling the backhand.
I see a question from Fred. What do you do if an opponent was trying to take you to the ground?
Oh, we just had that before.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
Fred, sorry about it. You might have to go back to watch it. And let me see if there are any other questions. Oh, would Sifu would like to show it again?
哦，你可唔可以做多一次？人哋想即係喺跌低你
OK 嘅
嘅手。，
好啦，慢嘅做一次。
Slow motion。
有兩個模式，我縮手嘅。
One is that
走埋打我前腳，我走呢隻。
you move that leg that he tried to
衝
tackle.
埋打我啦，我走轉呢條。
Yeah. One is moving to
第
the
四，
side.
你衝埋打我啦，玩我啦，我唔會喺球裏邊啦，兩手球，唔好一隻。
Use two hands at the same time, pressing
點
him
解要
down.
兩手球咧？
Why do we need two hands?
你衝埋
Slow
打我
motion.
我撳一撳呢隻，
Yeah, this one.
再一步，好啦，再嗰度撳一撳啦，我走嚟呢一撳，你呢啲時候呢度
Here,
啱我爭我
yeah,
㗎。
you can use your elbow. Follow up with an elbow.
OK，
Okay, this is really cool.
仲有用腳嘅，
Yeah, and use kick against it. 再試多一個。
佢衝埋打我啦，我唔
try now.
嗰啲係頂嘅
Yeah,。using your knee.
Okay. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching us this. I hope you all learned something today. Well, as a millennial, I have to admit that Kung Fu is actually a lot harder than playing poker and Go. And well, but you know what? Actually, Kung Fu in Mandarin means that any skill or technique that can be achieved through hard work. So I guess we'll just all have to try harder and spend more time learning Kung Fu. And you know what? My story about why Kung Fu is not so popular in Hong Kong right now will come up very soon. So please go check it out. And we'll see you next time in Hong Kong, I guess. Bye.
有機會再見，拜拜。